To talk about construction because obviously it is not an easy job, but then add doing it on top of busy highways and streets and it can make it real dangerous. Now this week is National Workzone Awareness Week, where people need to be extra vigilant to those who are trying to improve our streets and highways. So for more on this, I want to bring in Kelsey Moe, who is a spokesperson for ADOT. Now Kelsey, I gotta ask, how dangerous can it be when people are working on these highways or streets and people are just zooming by?
Yeah, so it can be incredibly dangerous. You know, our workers put their lives on the line every single time they show up to help improve and build our state highway system. And so what we're really trying to tell motorists and drivers is to slow down and pay attention when you guys are in work zones, not only to keep themselves safe, but also the workers in the work zone safe.
Now, people obviously, they probably know once they see the cones, they got to slow down a little bit, but not a lot of people do anything about it, especially when they don't know the punishments. So what does happen if people are driving by and they don't slow down? Do they get pulled over, or what happens?
So the fines can double, in work zones if you are speeding. And I would just remind motorists that, if you see those cones and barriers and those orange signs in that work zone, those are all elements of a work zone that are designed to help keep you and the workers in that work zone safe. And so it's really important because, according to the Federal Highway Administration, about 80% of work zone fatalities that happen nationwide are actually drivers and their passengers. So it's incredibly important for motorists who are navigating through a work zone to slow down and pay attention to their surroundings, because when you keep yourself safe, you're also helping keep the workers in that work zone safe.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this week is so important because not a lot of people just know how dangerous it is. I think within the last 5 years on Arizona highways, I saw that 80 people have died while working in these work zones from drivers. So what do we normally see in these cases? Is it distracted driving? Is it driving when people are just going too fast? What exactly causes this?
So like you mentioned, there were at least 80 people have died in work zone related crashes on all Arizona roads since 2021. And I will mention that, preliminary numbers show that in 2025, those fatalities have gone down since the previous year. However, even one death is one too many, and that's why it's so important for drivers to slow down and pay attention to, their surroundings when they're in these work zones.
Awesome. Well, Kelsey, before I go, I just want to ask, what do you want people to take away from Work Zone Awareness Week?
We really just want drivers to know that it's important to slow down and pay attention. There may be cones and barriers out and there may be lane restrictions, so it may not be what you're used to. And so it's really important to give yourself that reaction time, slow down and pay attention so all of us can make it to our destination safely.
Yeah, absolutely. Kelsey, well said. Thanks so much. Obviously, so much construction and work being done on Arizona streets and highways. We really thank you for your time. But Emma, we'll send things over to you now.